you are really determined to improve the clarity of your mind and your ability to play chess. If that were your determination, would you want a beginner or an intermediary, or would you want the best of all chess players to parade through your board so that you could be stimulated to the new leading edge experience? So from that perspective of being this genius creator, you didn't say, feather my nest so that all I have to do is observe and offer a vibration that will perpetuate more. You said, give me variety that makes me think. In the same way that as we encourage you here and now to deliberately offer thought that will affect your future experience here in this body, who you are as non-physical energy has been launching determination and rockets of desire. And so when you got here, there was a long stream of energy that preceded you that played out in the precise unfolding. That's why we're just trying to get you to look at it from a different vantage point. We've been doing that all day here with people. It has come up over and over again with employment and with relationships and different things, where we say, if you can stand where you are and look for reasons to love where you are, then from where you are, you feel absolute freedom to go anywhere else. But look at someone who has been provided a very feathered nest. Would you not find yourself then desiring that every nest ahead of you be equally feathered? And would you not become then reluctant or even afraid to move forward? Freedom only comes in understanding your power to make it all right no matter what. And if somebody else seems to have made it right before you got there, that breeds a sense of powerlessness, because that implies that somebody else figured it out for you. If there's one person in your life, if Esther were to say to Jerry, you are the reason for my progress, you are the reason for my happiness, then immediately she must begin fearing Jerry not being there. Something happening to Jerry, or Jerry not wanting to be with her, which is bondage, you see. But when Esther understands, she is the creator of her own reality. She is the one who offers the vibration, and law of attraction responds to her vibration. Now she's free to enjoy all of the benefits of being with Jerry or being with you. You see what we are getting at? It isn't until you acknowledge that you can take any situation and approach it with your mindset by paying attention to the way it feels and bring it into alignment with who you are, that you really understand your power. When we hear tales, or when Esther hears tales of Jerry's beginning experience, there are many things that she thinks should not have been. His parents would be in jail for abuse and mistreatment. In other words, in today's society, the way they lived and the way they treated Jerry could not be. And yet, as Jerry is now in his today, and Esther beholds who he has become, she feels nothing but gratitude for every part of that caused whatever it caused to happen in the vibration of this person that brought him to the place of clarity that he had achieved at the point that she rendezvoused with him. Now, he could go back and retrace his steps through that and pinpoint things that felt inappropriate or that should not have been, and activate the things, as you are doing here and now, that cause you to not feel good in the now. Or he can do, as he's been doing for years, feeling only appreciation, trying to find understanding, trying to see what life must have looked like through the eyes of his mother, who was doing her best. As they drove across the desert yesterday, Jerry said, I remember driving in an old car. My mother had so much guts, he said. She took off with 3 kids. 2 of us had measles across the desert in a car that was going to take a long time to do it, and in a car that did not have enough gasoline. Ran out of gas. Walked for miles. Siphoned gas out of some farmer's tractor, brought it back, off we went again. And then the wheel on the old car came off, and we were poking holes in the pavement as we were going. A policeman stopped and said, you can't drive on this road, you're tearing it up. She said, I can't not drive on this road. I will drive on this road. What are you going to do? Are you going to take us? The policeman left. She drove on the road into a ditch. She could not get out. The cowboys came on their horses. Jerry still remembers them with their lassos, lassoing the bumper and dragging them back out on the road. A long, hard journey they had together. A mother determined to do what she had to do. Certainly not a feathered nest. But Jerry wouldn't give any of it up, because he sees it all as the fiber that caused the desire within him that has erupted in the most magnificent of lives that anyone has ever lived. From that broader non-physical view, who sees everything, you not only see the early beginnings, which you now reflect on as being inappropriate, but you see what those early beginnings produced in terms of wanting, and what those early beginnings produced in terms of wanting, which brought answers to. And you see the future experience, you see the whole experience, you see the benefit of all of it. And that's why you say, yeah, I could do that. I might like that beginning if it leads to that middle, and to that part, and to that part, and to that part, and to that part, you see. All of those not good feeling thoughts in your now are muting your ability to connect with who you really are now, you see. Yes. Sometimes physical friends will say to us, Abraham, I've been in this body and it's been great, or it's not been so great. But they often will say, when I leave, I'm not coming back, so tell anyone who needs to know. And we say, we will carry your message. And then we say, fortunately, you do not make those decisions from your physical perspective, but from this broader non-physical perspective that understands the value in coming forth in the dramatic variety. You come out of wanting. You come out of vibrational desire.
Okay.
And it's often interesting as we see you, and sometimes you've worked your way into living a wonderful life. And often you say, I'm not sure I want to start over again. And we say, we're sure you do. You say, no, you must be thinking of someone else. I'm sure that I'm really not wanting to start over again. And we say, oh, from non-physical perspective, we adore the newness. We adore the new insights. We adore the new ways of looking at things. We adore another opportunity to have another experience with the guidance system that always keeps us in alignment with who we are. And we know there are a lot of physical beings that have managed to get themselves pretty well disconnected from their awareness of their connection to source energy. But even out of all of that comes powerful contrasting desire that is part of what makes the world go round, you see.